Mifil, of course, absent from
Loser bracket quarter between Lelloversss and BH3 Esport. The bit of surprise team from EOS Cup who took down some thirsty teams from Brazil and OCE. Against Lelloversss, who's been struggling today, we have Talon, Slowbro, Psylocke, Mimikyu, Slash, pretty annoying team. Against Snorlax, Gengar, Inteleon, Eldegoss, and a Buzzwole, last pick for BH3. We haven't seen a good Gengar yet today, so we'll see if it's time now for some Gengar pop-off to see why it's banned all the time. Japa, of course, on the Gengar, so I mean, if anyone can do it at Japa, that is for sure.
Haunter at level 5 has been devastating for the 850 birds that spawn at that
if anyone does it.
path. We do see a Mimikyu.
Yeah, finally Muscarada's banned. Yep.
Pokemon in the bottom path, but when you have a Pokemon like Talonflame on
makes sense.
Field, you want that Pokemon to
I mean,
get to level
no,
7 as
I think, I don't know. I mean, Talon is also annoying.
More oppressive in this top path. Kaizen with the headache burst gives him space to move away. Mifil, of course, with that strong secure with the water gun. Looking at this indeed.
Why did they leave all speedsters open? We used to have speedster battle.
I mean, to be fair, it was
Just don't ban anyone.
a cluster in the middle there, but it is ultimately the water gun.
Who's Japa? European legend. Pretty much European Overlord.
Picking up both of their citrus berries early.
If Overlord never won anything.
Damage from BH3 on both sides of the map.
Yeah.
Both speedsters in this bottom path. One thing I do want to point out, Relic, this is an EXP share in Inteleon. You don't quite see this very often. We may see something
Is
like
it XP share?
Relic.
Oh, we have Flaylex. There it is.
Onto pad. That is certainly a lot of damage dealt onto Fizzy, but
We have the
they're
Flaylex.
moving away and out of there because, quite frankly, the damage was too much that even if they had
Holy.
failed, they wouldn't have found a KO. That's a nice snipe from the water.
What items did he have on, actually?
Onto the slow, bro. And that's good timing as well as Toast moves into that backline with the
Bam.
acrobatics. But
Smack.
it's a bunch of damage in return. That passive from Mifil,
Punch him.
almost finding the K opener, but to no avail.
This might be the first time I've seen Flaylax in a UCS event. Really
Huge.
leaning into the bulkiness of this Pokemon, but can also go toe-to-toe
Bam.
with some of these
And he's dead.
speedsters doing
No.
more damage when they get low HP, but unfortunately getting taken out by Lelloversss. Really good early game from the Snorlax, but of course...
Okay, Potato is a level lead though on top against Buzzwole. That's huge.
Hinder that as long as possible.
Double invade from
Oh, he doesn't get the last hit there though. Barely lost it to the Mega Punch. Unfortunate.
With the orange buff off that Escavalier, we now got Japa just that one level away from finding that Gengar looking towards the Phantom Ambush.
Kind of ironic seeing damage Snorlax and support Inteleon.
2.5 minutes
I mean, we shouldn't call it a
scores
support,
to
but yeah,
speak of,
it's just
but
XP share.
BH3 certainly starting to scale a lot better now, Draco.
30 seconds before the first major...
I mean, guys, it's just
on the
XP
field.
share.
Still
Doesn't make it
waiting
a
for level
support.
7 on this Talon.
But yeah.
Of course, it does have an impact at level 5, but really want to get to that Fly and or Brave Bird variation. Level 6 on
Just XP share.
having access to at least superpower will get smacked down in just a little bit.
So, here's Snow joining the fray. Finally, our K opener, and that's an Evo one to the
Oh,
Talonflame.
Japa stun locked.
Of CC Central, and now we're taking
Stun locked.
the train to Trouble Town for BH3. Big rotate onto top bar. 30 goes down. Here's another.
I mean, what does Gengar even do in this game? Like, I don't understand. Is Gengar really this much of a problem compared to the other speedsters?
Waited a little too long.
Like, I don't know what Gengar's even supposed to do in a game like this. They're so tanky on the left side.
Falls to Greg 22, 70 to 0. Lelloversss trying to do maths, but the maths fight back.
BH3, massive defense of this tier 1 goal zone. Regieleki on the field, defenders holding that bottom path. BH3 has really good positioning here, but you'll have to be
Lie.
sure of this Talonflame.
Nope, too late. Inteleon gets it. I mean, not even Inteleon yet. The Drizzle.
Flame sweep catch.
Drizzling all over them.
Sliced, diced.
Ooh, Talon, Toast is down.
Mifil
He's
finally found
toast.
that evolution, 2 KO streak for Toast, who goes down to Mifil, who
Close
finds a
fight.
2 KO streak of themselves. And because of all of that team fight exploding in and out and around them, Snow's just been able to go to work on this Regieleki, and so there won't be too much threat to that T1 pad. Now looking down to the south pass, looking down.
Like, he can't really one-shot anyone this game. And then there's still Snorlax, Slowbro.
Two members
He's running in?
through
Huh?
that speed flux zone. Really get secure again on the side.
Our Potato messed up his boost auto takes a bit there.
Down to 50%. And I think the Snorlax is going to go ahead and retreat back over to the tier 1 goal zone. This Registeel, a very
okay.
good tool to push on forward.
Gengar?
Get 1 KO on the Inteleon.
How is he gonna play?
Just Psychic and Trick Room Mimikyu worth mentioning as well. Definitely looking to counter that speedster threat from the Gengar getting in close, and indeed the Buzzwole. Of course, Mifil looking to provide that backline line threat has had a couple of opportunities denied for the moment. You imagine that a few more will go his way as this game continues to rumble on. But as we head towards the halfway mark, Draku, it looks like this. 70-27 in favor of Lelloversss, who also lead the lobby with levels. 3 double digits for them, just the 2 for BH3.
Needs to take to the sky, especially taking a Dream Eater to the wings. Still a massive amount of damage, even if it's not an attacker. Of course, that damage is doing more to attackers, still generally to Pokemon with lesser defenses like these speedsters. Will trying to do a combo onto this.
Doesn't have enough damage.
Going into that super swole slam and the oppression.
Oh, maybe Dream Eater? Oh, you got Potato?
Unbelievable play from Volto, who's been able to find the KO on the Aegis Slash at last.
Basso still alive. Basso.
Look at the shield pickup from Volto. The flame sweep into the backline. Finally takes down Volto. It's another
Town has Unite
for Toast, who's starting to cook, and now they're able to rotate onto this top path. Maybe a 30-point overdunk? Yeah, they're going to nail it. Really nicely done. So we think back to that 20-point overdunk that was spurned. It's actually worked out better in the long run for Lelloversss. A silver lining as they take the next set of birds.
Town is way too broken to leave open. Yeah.
Massive win for Lelloversss in that top path, bringing that tier 1 goal zone tower down.
Trick Room? I mean, yeah, he's playing Trick Room. Not sure if I agree with it, but yeah.
BH3. 4 minutes remaining in
it's not bad against Inteleon.
100-point lead by Lelloversss. They're looking
Slow Unite, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Will get that damage, or not damage reduction, but they will get a
maybe Gengar can pop off now?
Lovely. I want to shout out to our wonderful second observer for today, John.
He went in. He has the eject button out. He has no Unite. And he's dead.
And caught out. And so that T1 zone on top path is having taken down.
Okay, interesting.
Path, Power Nap popped for Fizzy, who flails out of there. Marv providing the frontline threat. Here's
not sure about that one.
Snipe away with the snipe shot, eaten by this Aegis
Tati, Unite to... Ooh, they get it.
Ultimately securing a second Reggie steal for Lelloversss. Are they going to try and get a little more value out of this? No, Volto on defense, absolutely massive. Here comes Gengar now into the back.
Gengar! Where's Gengar? He's dead. He's so useless.
Destroyed, decimated,
oh, the sidekick.
This front line, Snowmine have
it's nice.
Winning the war on bottom.
They get aced. Not Gengar Master, not Gengar Master.
Lelloversss, a massive tool to secure objectives, both with the coup de grace and the fly. It's going to be almost impossible to maybe get a confirmation with the snipe shot Inteleon. Again, this is the EXP share holding Pokemon, so they are not most likely going to be doing as much damage as if they didn't have that EXP share. Toast now almost level 14, 40 seconds left before the final stretch.
Even without that 14, 330s going into Ray is pretty mighty.
Yeah, I mean, Hex would just make so much more in these games. Much more sense.
Lovely wide guard from Japer there. Oh, sorry, not from Japer, my apologies. From the Aegis Slash. Japer was definitely deterred from going in to try and find one more KO before we head into Ray. There'll be no more Reggies.
Same for the other Gengar game earlier.
On the map, so for the moment, a reprieve, Draku.
Pokemon to watch in this final stretch, of course, Talonflame, where they decide to jump on. There are a number of Pokemon that will not love to take a fly to the knee. There is 2 boundary Unite moves on the side of Lelloversss as well, can make a huge impact. We all know how strong Slowbro's Slow Beam Unite move is. Landing that onto the Gengar will spell doom for BH3.
Plenty of adventurers here on Thea Sky Ruins. They better be awake, though. It's a good time to be. As set up shop here, BH3 on the top side of the Ray pit.
Maybe he's gonna find the fight now.
They don't have to press the issue, Draku. They got a 100.
But again, he can't one-shot much.
Headwinds are strong for Lelloversss.
Can't really one-shot Aegis Slash, can't really one-shot Mimikyu. Psyduck is quite tanky. Talon has Fly. Is fast. If you Dream Eater Shadow Ball into Slowbro, you get Slowbro Unite moved.
Both in EXP or in KOs, only level 12, quite far from.
Maybe they can one-shot Slowbro together though, if they're all just.
200-point
oh
lead
no!
By Lelloversss, BH3 got to make the first move.
Yeah, they've already wasted a minute here.
Gengar's debating.
Really slow, really patient. Finally starting to.
Talon in the flank. I mean, Inteleon's just dead here, maybe.
Misses out with the Shadow Claw. Meanwhile, on the top side,
Inteleon can't play against Talon.
Taken down.
Impossible. There's Slowbro Unite onto Gengar. And he's not dead. He's 1 HP.
He can't play. So that's 2 down now. There's the third as Japer falls to toast.
So
Fizzy
useless.
with the flail didn't eat enough damage to truly look for the KO potential. Fly down. There's the second KO for Toast, which just
We've seen Gengar twice today, and twice it was absolutely useless, so I feel like these teams don't really play with it or know how to play it.
Will it be a 100-burger? It might be even
Or
better.
KO.
GG
first game.
Almost certainly.
Now we just have Gengar, Muscarada, Talon, and Absol banned. All 4 buff speedsters banned from this game. So we have a normal game going on, I guess. Nordic's first pick now, with Umbreon, Urshifu, U2Y, and maybe a... Still thinking about it, Garchomp. We have Psyduck, Inteleon, Slowbro, Slash for Lelloversss, very strong core. Just missing some... I don't know what they're missing, actually. I think I kinda go any melee right here. Serena was nerfed also again, but could still be playable. There might be a Serena. And there's Hadon Garchomp for BH3. And the last pick is just going to be the Serena. I mean, that's 4 melee Pokemon, so it does look decent here. Okay, Japer Urshifu, crazy.
Are we going to see a switch
Crazy,
up?
crazy, crazy. Look, he's glowing. He has every Urshifu skin.
Primary beneficiaries of the patch.
Wow, man. He's single-handedly keeping Timmy alive.
BH3 now looking to be a little more
Legend
aggressive
Japer.
here on this bottom path. Toast forced back to pad. Fizzy also had a lot of damage. Same for them. No 0-0 until the 3-minute mark.
First KO?
Score here for this
Eject button form from Gibble. But Psyduck stuns a bit too much. But Greg wants him. He's gonna meow at him maybe? No, he can't reach.
Focusing on their own buffs before giving up the chase, Greg.
Without Japer, Timmy would already be bankrupt right now.
1500 HP. Actually, that's a fact that I found out very, very recently. But nonetheless, this Gibble, one of my favorite all-rounders in the top path, exerts pressure at all
Days on the top gank. Does he have the blue skin?
First stage evolution.
Sounds like a job interview.
You know what would be a Giga Shot move? You have all the skins for Pokemon.
And our first set of birds,
You equip the shiny spray and then you play with the full skin.
For that very reason, double
Now that is.
for Lelloversss. And rotating top
Oh, he doesn't have the blue one. What is that? Nah, that would be a move, right? It's Faker Aura, yeah. That doesn't work? Ah, sad. Are you sure?
Gone Draku, and although the Evos have been secured, not much else really to speak of.
Not only do they have
Unfortunate.
info on the
Would be funny though.
BH3, but
Would be
take a
very
look
funny.
at those rotating auras underneath Volto on their Gabites. At red buff, auto attack.
Yeah, this glow effect is way too much.
Difficult to get away from. You can already see it here. Kaizen kind
I
of
think honestly it should be banned from tournaments. I hate it. Like, looking at the characters with that is terrible. I legit think it should be banned from tournaments.
Their stage 3 evolution back up here to the top path.
It's way too much visually.
Once again by BH3 getting the evolution into the Umbreon.
And it took 2 minutes though, which I think is a great credit to Lelloversss.
Stop hating, it's beautiful. It's way too much.
From BH3, who now
It's way, look at that. No, you can't even tell the character sometimes. It's way too much, way too much.
2-0. Is spot on with that pre-game analysis, Draku. Very little to speak of in terms of the scoring.
It's such a
game.
crazy
BH3
effect.
Now lining up with 4 players on this top.
Like, look at this. What is going on?
Pops the headache. Oh, big backline and the me look onto Potato. He can't do anything else.
Are you telling me that's not visually just way too much?
Sacred Sword too late. Big scores and another 30 down. No zone pop. They did have the 17 to do it, Draku. Just not worth it for them at this moment in time.
Lots of members, Lelloversss in this bottom path.
It's just way too oppressive an effect.
Go through. Not sure what Fizzy was doing there. Maybe taking a power nap a little earlier than its Unite move, but they are going to take the first goal zone in the top path. That is BH3, 99-57. Regirock on the field.
Lelloversss definitely prioritized.
Ooh, the Cypher gets blocked. He can't get it.
But look at that. Good
But Slowbro secures it. Wow.
As the Scold Bro finds it. Oh, not so found snipe shot from me, Phil, and again slightly misses, but it's just about ensuring the BH3 don't get any funny ideas about encroaching up on that T1 zone, and it's a quick rotate for Lelloversss onto top path to deny the Regieleki from doing any more damage than it needs to.
what BH3 decides to do.
I don't know how strong Serena is right now anymore. I would still say it's probably A tier. Not sure. That's how I rated it last tier list. Still A.
Regieleki off of the field. Aegislash pivoting up to the tier 1 goal zone. BH3 now, they are hovering around this tier 1 goal zone. They might test the defense.
Might we have Yawn for the snipe shots, I guess? No, we don't have snipe shot. Why do we have Yawn?
Found, and Japer has to run away to the back line. You can see Snow with drop kick trying to find their way through. Living outrage now.
Got drop.
Back of the mean look, but so much damage dealt from the spy vision boosted Toast in Dalion. And they couldn't even get their final slashes. It's a 3 KO streak now for Toast. Looking for a 4th or a 5th. But
Ooh, the dive goes on 4 KO for Talion.
4th, never mind.
5 KO.
Toast,
it's a penta.
Popping off in a huge way. And the 39-point overdunk. Lelloversss take a bounce.
Holy.
I hate to say it, but I think Toast is making the other team look like its name.
That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy.
Well. Level 12 on the Inteleon. These snipe shots are going to be doing massive amounts of damage. Halfway through the game, though, the score line is not too much in favor of Lelloversss, but this
Spending every piece leaving Inteleon open, yeah.
To be significant. Massive shot on the Snorlax, going to be putting them to sleep.
We didn't even see them on the screen. They were that far away. Toast is having
They put his into Sacred Sword? Is he mental?
Locks down the Aegislash. Queen Ascendant.
Oh my god,
Volto. Midnight Prance takes it away. Volto with no health to speak of. And yet somehow is able to rotate to this Regieleki, where they'll slash this down in quick order. Bottom path, though, given over to Lelloversss, who will continue.
Then he literally just white guard?
Level lead. Let's see what
he did white guard and instantly Sacred Sword into like.
There we go. Regieleki with a 4-player push as Umbreon going to the central area. Looked like BH3 was maybe looking to push this Regieleki in, but that jump pad online is always going to make it very difficult to push onto a tier 2 goal zone specifically. 174 to 99, 4 minutes remaining, 2 minutes remaining.
Where's his head? The Garchomp?
Let's go ahead and take a look at the field state relic. Again,
he's no skin.
Game in this mid game. Level 12 on the Inteleon, kind of slowed in its pace, getting EXP. 1v3 right now for Potato right now. Unfortunately, they are going to be able to get away here, but the wide guard able to keep them alive for just a little bit.
Potato
is going to be
he's down
quite significantly. That's quite launch up into the air. The heavy
the snipe shot!
Move. My goodness!
Disgusting.
Another shot from downtown.
Felt a little bit preemptive, I should say, the Azure Spy Vision, but you know what? Looking at the time, why wouldn't you? You're going to get that Unite move back. Half the health bar of Greg taken out in one snipe shot, and it wasn't even from that far away. Toast is looking ominous.
Unbelievable performance by the Inteleon player. Again, Snipe Shot Inteleon, not the easiest Pokemon, not the easiest ability set to play, but as you can see here, it is still an attacker in the right hands that can quite literally take over the game. A couple of things that can maybe counter this Inteleon in the late game.
It doesn't even have a skin, the Garchomp, right? Wait, what skin? Does it have a skin on, right?
Onto the Inteleon, but of course getting to the Inteleon in the backline when you have so much front line.
I think I'm gonna go for this Regieleki. It doesn't really matter too much.
Both the all-rounders would make it so difficult to get to the Inteleon.
But Lelloversss could get a huge lead with it.
Reggie phase, and it
massive
is a
lead.
Full Reggie phase on the way. Both a Lecky and whatever spawns on that bottom path in play. And you can see what BH3 fancy. You can see what Lelloversss.
Well, they go for bottom Reggie. It makes more sense.
With the speculative interest in whatever is going to appear.
That means they can at least close the gap with this, I guess, right?
We've had 2 rocks up until this point. Regieleki on its bike.
I doubt Lelloversss would drip race, so they can definitely score with it.
Not have gone any better,
but they got to steal one with Snipe Shot Inteleon. Uh-oh.
They definitely played well in the game corner because they got a Registeel. Shout out to
Wait, he scored right now. Oh, they're going to double score. They're actually going to be ahead now. Lelloversss going to use this to instantly engage, get Umbreon.
It is going to be doing even more.
Lelloversss at the points, behind the points now.
Completely caught unawares. The sidekick into the decimation.
Good scoring. Looks like this actually mattered.
Caps have been able to take the lead, but they're at a numbers
this Regieleki actually mattered.
Umbreon back on the map, and with that Midnight Prance too. Lelloversss the straight rip, perhaps a misplay on their part.
Lelloversss have to be more aggressive right now. You guys have Registeel, you want to fight?
I think Snorlax does have vision on the Inteleon in the backline, going to be put to sleep by the Yawn. I think they're going to be harassed by the Snorlax very well, but that is one
Guys, you want to
member of
fight?
the team, not with the rest of the team that's pivoting around this top path of the Rayquaza pit.
Japer, lying in wait with that single striker. Shifu, the correct Ebon fist on.
So now it's still together.
And it'll be all over. You might worry for Lelloversss.
Yo, Lelloversss, come on! What are you waiting for?
They were to a straight up Oko. They've got them sourced. They've got them on.
You're not confident winning a team fight now? Then like,
they need to do something. Lelloversss poking on the
you would never win in Europe.
BH3 wait.
You gotta be more confident. Okay, now they're going.
There's a psychic. There's a big old.
There's Snorlax down.
There's even a Cyber. No.
Slow bro, gets United move out. Oh no, Shifu.
Going for the throat.
So Shifu's down.
Big boosted auto onto Marv. Japer falls to the Aegis Slash. Eventually, that Serena will be joined by the Inteleon. Toast is felled by the guard.
They're actually gonna lose this fight. Serena just died.
Potato! Oh. BH3 turning this one around.
BH3 with their tournament life on the line. They're going to go for a score.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 goals, and that is Lelloversss. Should be stopped by the rest of the team. And
that's it. We have a game number 3. Lelloversss.
It's an incredible.
We gotta be more aggressive there. I don't know. Yo, where's the Gengar? Are we not? We're too scared to pick Gengar? Nope. I mean, I wouldn't pick Gengar into what Lelloversss has. Again, I would not pick Gengar into this, so. Visquada, Slowbro, Aegislash, Visquada first pick. Right side we have a Snorlax, we have Hoopa, a Garchomp again, Espeon. And Lelloversss also is gonna ignore Gengar. They pick Inteleon, who was insane, and a Blissey. And our last pick for BH3. It's still Gengar open, but they go for Mimikyu instead. Okay. I mean, both of these teams have played Gengar and it looked embarrassingly bad, so I guess they're both scared to pick it now. Lelloversss earlier. BH3 in game 1. But I mean, it was difficult games. But maybe they just play Hex. No, they played Shadow Boy Dream Eater. Both.
And they are making our predictions very much true. Volto in the top path going against the Sprigatito.
Let's see how other teams, if other teams play it later.
The auto attack pressure from the Gible is always something you don't want to scoff at.
It's also get bent a lot, so.
Blissey scoring behind the rest of the team.
Oh, he's gonna win it, but 1-for-1, the supports are alive.
Look at that, taken down. Snow by Greg. Good damage on
the supports.
From the Lelloversss perspective, but Mifil already on Espeon, not so hot.
Well, Absol is banned.
The response here from Lelloversss, Evo, and Potato.
Japer!
Oh, just
not enough.
Escaping the clutches of Japer, back in with the leafage, Snow, and a little pound, but Japer able to escape themselves.
The positioning here by Lelloversss is actually getting a evolution from either side. Volto pushing forward.
Pretty bad for Potati.
With some slow, they're gonna
19 in for Garchomp. Japer. Oh, Jape, of course he lives this one.
Really nice Astonish followed by the Bulldoze, but cannot.
He's just too good.
Just no sustain. And
he's just too good.
On the finish either. That's going to be so frustrating from Snow's perspective. We would have thought that the damage scale from the Evo would have been enough to no avail. Greg looking for a stun. They get the level 5 anyway from the EXP pickup behind. Volto level 6 now.
Non-suspended for record breaking 3 hours.
Really briefly there. It is a side
the shortest disbandment in maybe esports history, actually.
With the Fell Stinger ability there. First KO, at least in the central area fight, going over to BH3.
Volto gets the one rebound against Visquada. Yeah, he's gonna be level 7 now.
Intensity between these two teams, you can just feel the nervousness.
Can Potato bring it back?
Anxiety as this is again an elimination game.
And he's trying to outplay the Sacred Sword, and yeah, he can. He's very fast. And now Potato's down.
The Shadow Sneak is what we're doing here.
Oh, Potato gets absolutely played.
Surviving for longer than I thought, at least, but ultimately being felled is what we're doing here. Strong rotate onto bottom path.
Potati.
16 goes down, and the Meowscarada is unlocked alongside Toast. 30 score from that Inteleon, so although BH3 lead, Lelloversss keeping it close.
If you stand close to Aegislash, it's hard on the Sacred Sword, right? And Hoopa's kind of fast with Trick.
125 to 80 5. Lelloversss with a small deficit going into the first major objectives. We'll see in the bottom path what we get. And it looks like BH3 really close to getting level 9 on the Garchomp. 7 minutes remaining in the game. It's exactly where you want to be. Reggie Rock.
Oh, big heavy slam, and they're secured with the heavy slam.
Is able to take that one away.
Sets up his Espeon to perfectly get it. Muff is down.
From the Mimikyu, able to land onto the Meowscarada, getting a KO streak of
Cat
2.
toast.
BH3.
It was the after effect damage as well. That's real unfortunate from a Lelloversss perspective.
Where's the camera? Cameraman intelligence down.
Central area. Look, Lelloversss have just left. They've just abandoned station completely. As Inteleon
And Lelloversss is looking
BH3 roar into a lead, points total almost
worse than ever, honestly.
What Lelloversss have, the only real silver lining for Lelloversss is that their level situation doesn't look too bad, but BH3 now with that level 10 Mimikyu backline, here's that Shadow Sneak once again, drags that Aegis-Slash back towards the zone.
Oh, nice Unite though, but he goes down.
The Mimikyu, who was caught a little bit
Those two here. Can they get Garchomp at least? No, they did no damage.
Snipe shots left, right, and center, but BH3 doing
I think he
BH3
hit at the same time with Tandem Force.
The middle point of the game,
Not sure.
68 to 85, doubling the score of
But it did 0
Lelloversss.
damage.
I think you pointed it out perfectly, Relic, in the early game. They are trying to lean into their macro. They do have a Hoopa on their side of the field, but this is a trick Hoopa. So really leaning into, again, that burst healing instead of the Hoopa hyperspace portal halfway through the game. There's a couple of Pokemon starting to scale into their Unite moves. This Garchomp, level 10, will be level 11 very, very quickly here. We'll get faster auto attack speed and their first plus ability.
And just for the audience, I know there have been a couple of questions. Yes, Hyperspace Hole is available for use today. We just haven't seen it, and especially with the speedster threat. Is there enough time to even use it? I feel like this why we're seeing a lot more tricks. Sacred Sword now, the block goes up. And
okay, big fight, very important.
Shot from the Inteleon,
just for experience.
7-2 now. And our next Reggie phase is imminent.
With how Lelloversss plays last fights, like they kind of need more points too.
For the Hoopa, having access to the unbounded Unite moves can bring that Garchomp to the bottom path. Speedster and the Dragon going into a 1v1 on the tier 1 goals, and you can see the picture-in-picture.
Engage onto Slowbro, who's on level 9 yet.
And the battle
Can I take him down? Oh, Psyshock misses.
Oh,
the snipe shot, disgusting damage.
Stray. Reggie Steele has been down the shops to get the milk there.
He's going back with the Phantom Force into base.
They're scolded for their troubles, and this snipe shot gonna miss. Bit of impression on the top path as
Slowbro is level 9 now.
So here's the Unite move though from Greg.
Garchomp could join in, but he can find Meowscarada too.
Potato, backline poke from Mimikyu.
Potati blocked up. Oh, he's just stunned the entire time.
For the Reggie Steele, but the coin
Wait, what?
goes in favor of BH3. The Aegis-Slash stunned into oblivion, and now the
Blissey got. Wait, what? How did Blissey get it?
Because they're up against the wall.
Wait, didn't even see how did Blissey get it. I was like, who got it? Snipe shot?
Confirmation there. You do not see the 3 red dots on any of the members of BH3.
I mean, Espeon somehow missed the Psyshock on Reggie. I don't know how he did that, but yeah. Gee, bro.
Able to wipe them off the battlefield in the bottom path.
The
fight between the Meowscarada and the Garchomp. I believe the Meowscarada did use their Floral Flourish Unite move in that picture-in-picture, breaking that tier 1 goal zone. Really
Can I see replay?
Between the two teams. Not
That's
so much
kinda
in score, but definitely in levels. Two teams having 2 level 12s, 1 level.
I mean, I don't know if the
13,
Espeon aimed the Psyshock yet.
Is going to lead them ahead.
Oh, there's the slow beam at last. Absolutely.
Slow beam onto this. Okay.
Totally annihilated. 2 points? How many points can you score? Wow, they're not taking any chances, Lelloversss. They had 40 for a potential 38-point overdunk. They decide to go for the 24 themselves. That brings them back within 30, and they've been able to take the Regieleki. Of course, a weighted decision earlier on. We're now seeing the after effects of this, where the Unite move brings Volto to the bottom. Means that Snow takes down the T1 zone.
Potati against Garchomp. Potati wins those.
Lelloversss, it means the Potato can do stuff like this. The flower trick will not take down Greg. BH3 put up the defenses on the T2.
Lord of the Sword.
Here's a big close final stretch in the final stretch tournament. Haha.
Once again, 30 seconds before the
Let's see.
rendezvous at 2, also known as the final stretch. Let's go ahead and talk about some of our win conditions. Once again, that Floral Flourish Unite move from the Meowscarada landing on multiple members can be the
Very
difference
intense.
maker with that damage penetration. Slow beam from the Slowbro was used around 3:15, so they may not have it immediately. They gotta feed this Slowbro a couple more wild Pokemon to get that Unite move back.
There we go.
Line. On the side of BH3, again, it is going to be up to
Last game, Lelloversss, I felt like their final fight was very embarrassing.
Once before. Let's see if they can do it again.
Just too passive.
For Marv, who do you use this slow beam on? The Mimikyu and the Hooper.
I think you either slow beam Garchomp Unite, or of course Mimikyu.
Better. Pushing up forward here, Lelloversss. Now occupying this sort of further bit of tall grass as Fizzy tries to source out Lelloversss.
Bit more aggressive now positioning.
Source out Fizzy with a snipe shot. Some pokes onto the Rayquaza, the block up. And now
Mimikyu's looking for the flank onto Inteleon on the bot side.
BH3.
Can they scout him out?
Very careful.
If Shadow Sneak lands on
that snipe shot,
Inteleon, it might be over.
Oh, massive.
Down here, big block, able to pull
There
away
he is,
Marv
but
back
Shadow
to
Sneak
the
misses.
team. Another Scald finding its way onto the Snorlax again.
Whiskers turn into a flip.
Slow
reject button forward, they're gonna engage onto Garchomp. Garchomp is alive!
On the exact target, able to
But he doesn't, he's alive?
Oh, no way.
He's alive!
Going directly into their limit outrage. They are not gonna like that.
Reunite's gonna take on Aiden Slash.
And there goes the
Maybe Potati as right guard?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just in time.
No.
The Espeon Mayfield takes down Toast, and the Aegis Slash falls as well without using the coup de grace. Big
Hits a Shadow Sneak.
onto Marv, tries to run away. The Scald, a little bit of amnesia there, a little bit of health regen. Where's Snow? Where's Snow?
I mean, Skirana scored our 18 points though.
Not enough. They're 10 points short. Japano.
Wait, can they still win somehow?
Kaizen on that back cap. Denial with the egg ball.
The Hooper's gonna score, but it's gonna 100% do it.
There's the Hooper. They're gonna double it up to 80, and that is surely gonna secure.
Lelloversss doesn't make top 4.
Lelloversss is going
Lelloversss
to be
not making top 4.
from the final
That
stretch
is rough.
play. BH3 will be seeing Gen 5, and I believe the loser semi.
Ay.
BH3, an unbelievable.
Lelloversss knocked out of the final stretch. No chance to go to LAC at least. Being qualified for it.
Completes the 1-2
GG.
punch, knock out Lello.